We are somewhere a little hillier today than Oxfordshire, which is always very, very flat. And we are here in Boscastle, Cornwall. We have decided to have a couple of days down here, check out the area, and yes, we are on our way to the Museum of Witchcraft and Magic. I never remember the full name, but it's going to be fantastic. We've been wanting to go to this for years. So look at these hills. Now the weather is a bit pants because pedestrian route. I'm assuming this is the right way?
I don't know.
We're on our way. We got a bit lost. So yes, walking to the museum. Yes, so the weather, as I was saying, I checked all the way up until the day that we left, and it said it was going to be dry and mild and lovely. Thought brilliant. Got here and it's been peeing it down almost the entire time. It's a bit drizzly now, but it's not too bad. It's very, try not to get run over. It's very lovely here. Very lovely. We're walking, attempting to walk to the museum, getting blown away. Ooh, what's that? I'll take a proper video of that later. Oh God, struggling. I apologise for the shoddy video work that there may be in this video because I'm trying to not fall over or get lifted up by the wind. Blimey. But wow, it's very, very beautiful here. So this leads to the harbour, and the museum is along here somewhere. So we are just about to visit the Museum of Witchcraft and Magic, which is just behind me there on this very soggy day in Boscastle. So this museum was founded in 1951, I think, by Cecil Williamson, who was a folk magician. He was involved in witchcraft and magic. This place actually, it had quite a few different locations around Britain, but one of the places was Bourton-on-the-Water, which is not too far from us. It's a shame it didn't remain there. I think the locals were, it was a bit controversial. The locals didn't like it. They were a bit creeped out. So anyway, it's here. It is dedicated to European magic and witchcraft, and it's not a surprise that he decided to bring the museum here to Cornwall, because Cornwall is just jam-packed full of myths, legends, folklore, magic. So it's not a surprise that he ended up here. I think, was it 2004? Some of you might remember there was an awful flood in Boscastle and it ruined the area. It was really, really bad. And sadly the museum was damaged quite a bit, and a few of the artefacts were destroyed and ruined, but somehow they managed to save the vast majority of it. They did the museum, fixed it all up, and it is the museum that you see here. Okay, right, we're going to head in, get out of this annoying rain, and let's see what's inside. I should have mentioned that videoing isn't allowed in the museum, but you are allowed to take photos. So I'm going to share a few of them here so you can get a feel for the museum. I need this cupboard for all my herbs. Now, in my Snows Hill Manor video I did a while ago, you may remember me talking about Charles Wade, the owner of Snows Hill. He collected all sorts of weird and wonderful objects, and one thing that he liked to collect was magical items. I mean, I believe he did practice magic, but that's just my opinion. Anyway, when the National Trust found a couple of rooms with these mystical items in, they called Cecil to come in and take it all away, and they ended up in the Museum of Witchcraft and Magic. Now that's the Snows Hill cupboard, which sadly was damaged in the 2004 flood. It is still absolutely stunning though, look at that detail. After having researched Charles Wade and learning all about him and his life, it was wonderful to see that part of his magical collection in person. It was very special. Now this is my dream home, folks. Oh, look at this place. So this is Joan. She is a witch, a wise woman, and this is her cottage. I mean, look at it. It's just incredible. So there is a recording playing and she's telling you some spells and charms. And I just love this little display, this bit. It was just, I mean, look at all the stuff. I could have just spent hours stood there taking it all in, looking at all the different objects and items they had in there. It was just wonderful. There's me getting some ideas. I'm kidding. Or am I? So here's a few other pictures of the museum, just a few of them because we took rather a lot of photos. There is so much to see, so yeah, I hope this kind of gives you a bit of an idea of the sort of things that the museum has. Now, Mark and I got ridiculously excited when we saw this. The horned god. Look at him! Look at the hooves! I love how they've done this. Oh, so cool. So coming up is just a few more photos to give you an idea of what's contained in the museum. There is so much to see though. It's a small museum, but it is just packed with so many interesting objects. We spent a good few hours looking and reading as much as we could, but even then we didn't see everything. It is absolutely well worth a visit. It is wonderful, and I'm just so pleased to have finally come down here and visited it. It was about time, but I will definitely be back. So that's the level that the flood reached, the flood of 2004, and as you can see, look at that. No wonder that place was, well, much of Boscastle was unfortunately ruined. Well, there you see, it's higher than the mark.
Hello, Steph.
We're taking shelter from the rain and the drizzle. Look at this amazing view. So nice. And we are enjoying a traditional Cornish cream tea. So now there is apparently a difference between Devon and Cornwall with regards to putting the cream and the jam on. I can't remember which one is which. I know one of them puts cream on first and then the jam, and then the other one is the other way around. How do you do it?
I don't care.
I think I do it. How do I do it?
I don't even remember.
I think I do cream first and then jam. Now, which way round is that? Am I doing it right? Am I doing it wrong? I know some people are going to be like, no, it's the wrong way round.
Well, here we are with our cream tea making this momentous decision. But seeing as I'm from Oxfordshire, I don't really care. I just eat it.
Well, you know, seeing as we're in Cornwall, we should
do it the right way. They do look very nice.
The locals.
They do look very different to our normal scones. They're very, I don't know what the word is.
Oh, they do feel a bit...
Quite like a bread roll.
Kind of, yeah.
Quite nice. I like the look of them. But now Steph is going to make the monumental decision in which way to chop it and then put the cream in.
I think maybe I will stick with how I've always done it, which is cream first and then the jam, and then just kind of, you know, see if that's right or not.
And I'll capture that moment when she takes the first bite and we'll see what she thinks.
Look at this amazing clotted cream. Ooh, ooh, will it focus? Yum.
So,
There we are, I've done it. Cream and then jam. I don't know if that's correct, but here we go. Traditional Cornish cream tea. The scone doesn't taste as sweet as other places, so is that supposed to be like that? It's nice though. It complements the cream and the jam very well. The cream is so nice. Do you want a bite? So we're just walking down some beautiful old cobbled streets. Beautiful, very old, I'm assuming. And as you can hear, it is still raining. So we're walking around with our brollies.
I hate the rain.
I swear it wasn't supposed to rain this week, and then it just, you know, decided to just tip it down. Rubbish.
Oh, it stopped. No, it hasn't.
It's okay, we're enjoying it. Well, I'm enjoying it. It's all part of the adventure, isn't it? Got to embrace everything. Wow, look at these views. So I won't be vlogging as much as I normally would and getting as much footage as I normally would because of the rain, but hopefully this gives you a little glimpse into a little bit of Boscastle. We're fighting the wind and making our way down to the harbour. There is a very, very strong smell of the ocean. And I don't normally smell this sort of ocean smell, even when I go to a lot of seaside places. But it's, oh god, it's very, very windy. It's, trying to hold my brolly and this and trying not to get my stuff wet. But look at that, wow. I bet that looks amazing when the tide is in. Here's another view of the very rainy and wet Boscastle harbour. There's Mark, looking quite soggy. He's loving the rain. I mean, it is beautiful, even in the rain. Even in this sort of horrible weather, it is still gorgeous here. Walking down the road and I see this. I got it wrong. It's jam first in Cornwall. Obviously, I was doing it the Devonshire way. Sorry, Cornish folk. I did it wrong. Terrible. We are back at the hotel now. We didn't get much of a chance to walk around Boscastle because of the weather, but we saw a little bit of it, and yeah, we just decided to call it a day, sadly. But it was amazing from what we saw. The museum, though, oh my goodness. I'm so glad that we finally made the journey down here to go to the museum, because it was so good. Just, oh, amazing. Brilliant. Loved it. Exactly the sort of thing that I love. And it was just great kind of learning all of that history and seeing all the magic and mysticism. So if you're into that, you're absolutely going to love it. Even if you're not into that, I think it's just so interesting, and it's just crammed full of artifacts and objects. So yeah, recommended, highly recommended. I know everyone kind of knows about it anyway, but if you didn't and you weren't sure whether you should go, you should definitely go to it. So anyway, fingers crossed for a drier day tomorrow, please, so that we can have a wander around Tintagel and just kind of see all the lovely Cornish things. We are back in Boscastle. Had to come back because the rain was just so bad yesterday that you couldn't really walk around much and look at the things that we wanted to look at. So we thought we'd come back before we head back home, and yay, it's dry. So I'm heading down to the harbour. Which way are we going? Let's go this way. Heading back down to the harbour and having a look at that part, and being able to enjoy it without getting dripped on. Yes. It is windy, as you can probably hear, but it is dry, and that is the main thing. Yes. And there is the Witchcraft museum that we were in yesterday, and that was absolutely brilliant. And here we are, the harbour when it's dry. An amazing smell again of the ocean. We're walking along this, I don't know, what would you call this thing? Yeah, and it's not very high, but it's quite scary because you've got the rocks on that side and that side, and my balance isn't always the best, and it's very, very windy. I am kind of worried that I'm going to get blown off. There is the ocean. I'm not quite sure how we get to the ocean from up here, but it doesn't matter because we weren't planning on going down there anyway. There's the harbour that we just walked along. This bit of the path is a little scary because it's quite thin. And there's all these rocks here, and then there's a drop there. I mean, it's not a massive drop, but you're still going to break some bones. Ooh. Trying to manoeuvre through with my bags. So yeah, I feel like I'm in some sort of adventure film. Having tea and cake before we head home. Mark has got a Biscoff slice, which looks very yummy. And I have a Chock orange millionaire's shortbread thing, which again looks good. And then we have a nice big pot of tea. Excellent. This is a really cute little cafe. called Bridge House. Very quaint and cute and old-fashioned.
One white, one black.
So just been in here. That was where we had our lovely tea and cake. But I think that's going to be it for us. I think that's going to be it for Boscastle and our Cornwall trip in general. Look, jam before the cream. I got it wrong yesterday. How dare I? Yeah, I think that's going to be it, sadly, for us, for our little holiday. But it has been brilliant, even if it did rain most of the time. But it's okay. We had a fantastic time. And it did rain today, but a slight drizzle, but that was fine. It doesn't matter if it rains now, because we're going home. So I'm going to be in the car, so... But yeah, it's been lovely.
Awesome.
Oh, look, the sun is shining. Wow, haven't seen that for a while. So I think we're going to get some snacks for the journey home. And yeah, I think it's going to be it from us. Well, I hope you've enjoyed. I'm probably only going to put out like 2 videos, I reckon. So I hope you've enjoyed both videos whenever you get around to watching them. And thank you for watching, by the way. It's very, very lovely of you. We didn't ever end up going in there. The Cobweb Inn. Very old, apparently. Very nice, but didn't get a chance to get in there, sadly. But nevertheless, we had a brilliant time. So yeah. Thank you for watching and hanging out with us, and hopefully we will see you soon. Bye!
Bye.